They don't tell you this when you're young, but one of the most humbling experiences in life is realizing that things you once did effortlessly now require more effort or sometimes are not possible anymore. Maybe you used to walk everywhere, taking long strolls just for the pleasure of feeling the ground beneath your feet, but now the steps feel heavier. Your legs don't respond the way they used to. Walking for too long feels more like a chore than a pleasure. But listen closely, this doesn't mean you stop. Doesn't mean you fade into a chair and let time take over. It means you adjust. You shift. You find new ways to keep your body moving, your mind sharp, and your spirit strong. That's what real wisdom is. Knowing when to adapt, when to let go of one thing and embrace another. Today, we're going to talk about 7 things you can do instead of walking that will keep you active, engaged, and feeling good. Before we continue, I'd love to know where you're joining us from. If anything in these videos brings you value, a like and subscribe would mean a lot, not just to help this message reach more people, but to keep us connected on this journey. Now, let's get into it. First, understand that movement isn't just about exercise. It's about keeping your body awake, your blood flowing, and reminding yourself that you are still here, still part of this world, still in control of how you feel. The best part? You don't have to push yourself to exhaustion. You don't have to force something that doesn't feel right. You just need to find what works for you. The first alternative to walking, chair exercises. Before you roll your eyes thinking this is just about waving your arms around, let me tell you something important. There are people in their 80s and 90s who have rebuilt strength, balance, and mobility just by doing the right movements while sitting down. You can work your legs, arms, and core from a sturdy chair. The trick is consistency. It's a few minutes daily, maybe while watching TV or listening to music, can make a world of difference. Your muscles don't care if you're sitting or standing, they just care that you're using them. It's not just about moving the body, though. It's about engaging the mind, too. That brings us to the second alternative. Learning a new movement-based skill. When you were younger, did you ever learn a new dance? Try a sport. Your body learned then, and it can still learn now. Maybe it's Tai Chi with slow, controlled movements that don't strain your joints but improve balance. Maybe it's seated yoga. Maybe it's just learning to stretch in ways that feel good for you. The goal is simple. Move with purpose and curiosity. The third alternative is something often overlooked: intentional breathing. Deep, deliberate breathing strengthens your lungs, improves circulation, and calms your nervous system. Try it now. Take a slow, deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and let it out just as slowly. Again, feels different, doesn't it? Most people breathe shallowly without realizing it. When you control your breath, you control your energy, focus, and sense of calm. Before we continue with the remaining alternatives, take a moment to reflect. What is one thing your body used to do that you miss the most? Dancing, bending down easily, standing for longer periods. Whatever it is, there are still ways to feel that sense of movement and strength again. It's interesting how our perception of movement changes with time. When we're younger, movement is something we do without thinking, walking, bending, reaching. As time passes, movement becomes about maintaining freedom and control of our bodies. And here's the truth: you don't need to walk miles to stay in good shape. You just need to move in ways that work for you. The fourth alternative is water therapy. If you have access to a pool, this is one of the best things you can do. Water takes pressure off your joints, allowing pain-free movement. You don't have to swim laps like an Olympian when standing in water. Moving your arms and legs or doing gentle stretches helps muscles stay strong and joints flexible. The buoyancy supports your body, making difficult movements suddenly easier. No pool? Even gentle movements in your bathtub can help. Water provides resistance without strain. The fifth alternative is creative movement. Many think of movement as exercise, but it's more than that. Movement is expression. It's feeling. It connects you to yourself. Have you watched someone paint with sweeping strokes or play an instrument with their whole body moving to the rhythm? That's movement too. Bring this into your life. Maybe it's swaying to music while seated. Maybe it's using your hands to create gardening, knitting, playing with clay, carving wood. These aren't just hobbies, but ways to engage muscles, improve coordination, and keep your mind sharp. Your body responds to all forms of movement, whether you're lifting weights or a paintbrush. When you use your body, you keep it alive. The sixth alternative focuses on something just as important as movement: balance. It's about keeping yourself steady, confident, and in control. Balance training doesn't mean tightrope walking. It means simple exercises that strengthen muscles that prevent falls. Try standing up without using your hands. Shift weight from one foot to another while holding something stable. Stand near a counter. Lift one foot slightly and balance for a few seconds. These small movements train your body to stay steady, which is crucial because fear of falling often limits independence. When you train for balance, you strengthen your core and legs, reducing fall risk and increasing confidence. Now pause and think. What small movement do you do daily without thinking? Standing up, reaching for something. Turning your head, notice it today, because every little movement matters. The seventh alternative involves social engagement with movement. When younger, movement was rarely something you did alone. You walked with friends, played with family, danced at gatherings, worked alongside others. Movement was a social part of being engaged with the world. The hardest part of slowing down isn't just losing ability, it's losing connection. Find ways to move with others. Have you noticed how conversation feels different when you're doing something while talking? Folding laundry together, preparing food, playing cards, and reaching for the deck. These small movements keep you engaged and present. Cooking with loved ones, even just stirring a pot or reaching for ingredients, keeps you moving naturally and meaningfully. With grandchildren, sit on the floor, reach for toys, bounce them on your knee, pass a ball back and forth, clap to music. These moments aren't just about movement. They keep your heart and mind alive too. Not all movement has to be active. Some happens even in stillness, which brings us to our final point: mindful muscle engagement. This simple yet powerful practice keeps your body engaged even when resting, and you can do it anywhere. Here's how. Sit comfortably. Breathe in deeply. As you exhale, gently tense one muscle group. Maybe your legs or arms. Hold for a few seconds, then release. Repeat slowly, deliberately. This isometric exercise strengthens muscles without joint movement. Perfect when walking is an option, but you want to stay active. Your body doesn't need big movements to stay strong, it just needs to know it's being used. Even flexing your toes, squeezing your hands, or engaging your core while sitting maintains strength and improves circulation. Do this daily, just minutes at a time, and you'll feel the difference. You can do this while watching TV or reading. These small actions add up. When was the last time you truly noticed your body? Not in frustration or discomfort, but just noticed it. Right now, wiggle your fingers, move your shoulders slightly, feel your weight in your chair. That's you. That's your body. Still yours to use. There's something beyond all these alternatives you need to understand. Staying active isn't just about moving your body, it's about staying engaged with the world. Some people lose mobility yet remain alive, purposeful, and connected. Others can walk fine but have stopped living. The body follows the mind. When curiosity stops, the body slows down not because it has to, but because you've told it there's no reason to keep going. The most powerful way to keep moving without walking is to keep seeking new experiences, to say yes to life. How many times have you declined something because you thought it wasn't for you anymore? When you stop saying yes, doors close. When enough doors close, your world shrinks.
Okay.
And in a small world, the body truly starts to shut down. Staying engaged means trying new things, even small ones. Pick up hobbies that use your hands to keep fine motor skills sharp. Get outside for fresh air, even if just sitting and feeling the sun. Visit new places. even if you need a ride. Your body responds to change, new sights, sounds, and environments wake something inside you. Even conversation is movement. When you talk, laugh, and tell stories, your face and hands move. Your body reacts. These are powerful ways to stay active. Notice how energized you feel after good conversation. That's because social interaction stimulates brain and body. Your attitude toward movement matters as much as movement itself. If you see it as something slipping away, something to fight for, you'll always feel like you're losing. But if you see it as something you still own, something you still get to do in whatever way you can, you'll always find new ways to stay engaged. Movement isn't just about walking, it's about staying present in your life. So, what small thing can you say yes to today? It doesn't need to be big or drastic. Maybe stretching to your favorite song. Maybe calling someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Maybe just standing up, rolling your shoulders back, breathing deeply, and reminding yourself, I'm still here. I still have this body and I can still use it. You don't have to walk to keep moving forward. You just have to keep showing up.